Good morning, friends. On IPC, we have a easy, quick task because it's a holiday. We talked yesterday about primary sources and secondary sources. We explained how primary sources are objects that from the past, from people that used them in the past, or their ideas that they wrote or said in the past. Their clothing, the things they use, tools, all of that is primary sources. It comes from the people of the time when we're studying. Whereas secondary sources are people who talk about what happened in the past, books that tell you about the past, websites that tell you about things that happened in the past. Okay, so I want you to look at home and try to find two objects that can be primary sources and two objects that can be secondary sources. I've chosen a couple. I've chosen a menorah. This is used by Jewish people as a candlelight for their important holidays. And I've chosen a picture of two kids that you may or may not know playing there in North America in the snow in winter. It tells me about how the people in that time used to behave and what they used to do. Now I've chosen other two secondary sources. One is a history book. This writer went and saw primary sources. She saw cathedrals, she saw houses, she read biographies, autobiographies. She looked at people dancing, maybe she looked at pictures, and then she's made an interpretation of that history and tells us her ideas about that history. So it's a secondary source. And finally, I've chosen also a timeline. Some person that had a lot of time looked at all of this. This is the 20th century and looked for events all over the world. For example, this is North America. You can see Martin Luther King there. And put them in order in a timeline. There's Europe over there, Asia. So it's a secondary source because he got the information from somewhere else, and it's just he's illustrated in a way to show us what happened, but this is not what actually happened. It's just a representation of it. So I want you to do the same things. Find two primary sources and two secondary sources at home. You can send me a video explaining, or you can write it down just as I've done. Good luck. Enjoy.